In Acts 8:26 through 29, it reads, "Now an angel of the Lord said to Philip, 'Go south to the road, the desert road, that goes from Jerusalem to Gaza.' So he started out, and on his way he met an Ethiopian eunuch, an important official charge of all treasury of the Kandake, which means Queen of Ethiopians. A eunuch is someone under royalty who protects specifically women and is most common in Muslim countries. This man has gone to Jerusalem to worship, and on his way home he was sitting in his chariot reading the book of Isaiah the prophet. The Spirit told Philip, "Go to that chariot and stay near it." Then Philip ran up to the chariot and heard the man reading Isaiah the prophet. "Do you understand what you are reading?" Philip asked. "How can I," he said, "unless someone explains it to me?" So he invited Philip to come up and sit with him. This is the passage of the scripture of the eunuch was reading. "He was led like a sheep to the slaughter, and as a lamb before its shearer is silent. So he did not open his mouth. In humiliation he was deprived of justice. Who can speak of his descendants, for his life was taken from earth?"
Has been one of both challenge and revelation. From my early days in the Ethiopian court, I grappled with the realities of being a eunuch in a society that often misunderstood and marginalized me. Yet, despite these obstacles, my heart burned with a fervent desire to know God and understand His Word. The pilgrimage to Jerusalem was not merely a physical journey for me, it was a quest for spiritual enlightenment. As I delved into the Scriptures, I found myself thirsting for deeper meaning and clarity. Little did I know that my encounter with Philip on that dusty road to Gaza would change everything. Philip's words resonated with me in ways I could never have imagined. His teachings illuminated the Scriptures in ways I had never before comprehended, and as he baptized me in that desert oasis, I felt a profound sense of belonging wash.
Here is the story of the British missionary Hudson Taylor. Hudson Taylor was a British missionary who lived in the 19th century. Hudson Taylor dedicated his life to spreading Christianity in China. He founded the China Inland Mission and traveled extensively throughout the country, even in the midst of dangerous situations. His work had a lasting impact on the spread of Christianity in China. Hudson Taylor was one of the most influential missionaries to ever come to China. His work influenced so many different Chinese. Here are 5 facts about Hudson Taylor. Hudson Taylor was born in England in 1832 and grew up in a Christian family. He felt a strong calling to become a missionary in China at a young age. Taylor learned to speak fluent Mandarin and adopted Chinese clothing and customs to better connect with the local people. He faced many challenges and hardships during his missionary work, including illness, persecution, and the loss of loved ones. Taylor's efforts in China led to the establishment of over 800 mission stations and the conversion of thousands of Chinese people to Christianity. Some interesting things that Hudson Taylor used to convert people was using the Chinese characters and taking them apart to explain the story of Genesis. Some interesting examples is if you add the Chinese characters, body is tree, together it equals to hide, similar to how Adam and Eve used tree to hide their body when they found out they were naked. Another interesting one is vessel, 8, and person means boat. Like the story of the ark, when Noah had his 8 family members go into the ark to survive the flood.
My life's odyssey commenced with an undeniable divine call to the distant shores of China, where I embarked on a remarkable journey of faith, sacrifice, and service. As I traversed the vast landscape of China, my heart burned with an unwavering passion to share the gospel with those who had yet to hear its life-changing message. Founding the China Inland Mission was not merely an organizational endeavor, but a testament to my unwavering conviction that every soul, regardless of nationality or circumstance, deserved to encounter the love and salvation found in Jesus Christ. Throughout my tumultuous expedition, I encountered trials that tested my resolve and faith to their very core. Yet, amidst the storms of opposition, illness, and personal loss, I clung steadfastly to the promises of God, finding solace in His unwavering presence and provision. My journey was not without its moments of profound revelation and transformation. As I immersed myself in the rich tapestry of Chinese culture, I discovered the boundless depths of God's love and the universal language of compassion that transcends linguistic and cultural barriers. Though the path I trod was fraught with challenges and uncertainties, I am humbled and grateful for the countless lives that were touched and transformed by the grace of God through my humble obedience. My legacy, though etched in the annals of history, pales in comparison to the enduring impact of the gospel message that continues to reverberate across the vast expanse of China and beyond.
Amaterasu's radiant blessing in the parable of the prodigal son in Christianity, Amaterasu's withdrawal into the cave mirrors the prodigal son's departure from his father's house, symbolizing a separation from divine grace. The mirror placed outside of the cave represents God's unconditional love and forgiveness, reflecting the son's true worth despite his waywardness. Amaterasu's emergence from the cave symbolizes the son's repentance and return to the Father, restoring the warmth of divine blessings. Izanagi's journey to the underworld in Orpheus and Eurydice. Izanagi's descent into the underworld to rescue Izanami echoes or Orpheus's quest to retrieve his beloved Eurydice from the realm of the dead. Both tales explore themes of love, loss, and the boundaries between life and death. Izanagi's decisions to look back mirrors Orpheus's fatal glance, illustrating the consequences of human fatality and the transient nature of earthly desires. Tsukuyomi's forbidden gaze and the sin of Adam and Eve. Tsukuyomi's impulsive act of killing Yuki reflects the disobedience of Adam and Eve eating the forbidden fruit in the Garden of Eden. Both stories depict the consequences of succumbing to temptation and disobeying divine commands. Tsukuyomi's separation from Amaterasu symbolizes the rift caused by sin, like to Adam and Eve's expulsion from paradise, highlighting the enduring consequences of human folly.
As the god Izanagi, I shall explain the ways in which gods are worshipped in Japanese Shintoism. In Shintoism, the worship of gods, known as kami, is deeply rooted in reverence for nature, ancestors, and spiritual beings. Worship often takes place at Shinto shrines, which are sacred spaces dedicated to specific kami or groups of kami. Firstly, rituals such as purification, misoji, and offerings tamagushi are performed to show respect and gratitude to the kami. Purification rituals involve cleansing the body and mind before approaching the divine, typically by washing hands and rinsing the mouth. Offerings, such as food, sake, or symbolic objects, are presented to the kami as a sign of appreciation and devotion. Secondly, prayers, norito, are recited to communicate with the kami and seek their blessings or guidance. These prayers are often recited by Shinto priests or participants during ceremonies and rituals held at shrines or other sacred sites. Thirdly, festivals, matsuri, are celebrated throughout the year to honor specific kami and commemorate important events or agricultural cycles. These festivals feature various rituals, performances, and offerings to express gratitude and strengthen the bond between humans and the divine. Lastly, personal and household worship practices also play a significant role in Shintoism. Individuals may have small home shrines, kamidana, where they offer prayers and make offerings to kami for protection, prosperity, and well-being. Overall, worship in Japanese Shintoism is characterized by a deep reverence for nature.
Reflecting on the chapters of my life, I would delve into the early struggles, the moments of doubt, and the triumphs that propelled me forward. From the dusty streets of Northamptonshire to the bustling cities of India, each step of my journey was marked by a fervent desire to bring light to the darkest corners of the world. Through perseverance and a steadfast belief in the call of God, I ventured into uncharted territories, facing adversity with unwavering resolve. My story is one of sacrifice, of leaving behind the familiar comforts for the sake of a greater purpose. It's a narrative of collaboration, of building bridges across cultures and languages to sow the seeds of hope and redemption. In recounting my life's narrative, I hope to inspire others to embark on their own journeys of faith and service, knowing that with God, all things are possible. 100,000